players to hit 3 homers in a series-clinching game. We're talking the great Bambino. We're talking Reggie Jackson. Adam Kennedy, 0-2 ALCS Game 5. Adrian Beltre, the Hall of Famer. Kike Hernandez back in 2017.
I was there for that one.
But you can tell stories about that one. And Ohtani in NLCS Game 4. So much to digest when it comes to Ohtani. We'll get to the pitching in just a second. First, the hitting. He's not getting cheated. All right, Alex, he's smoking the ball. This was incredible.
Yeah, no, I mean, the story, too, the first couple games was, what's wrong with Ohtani? He was slumping, he was 3 for 29 prior to that game on Thursday. And, everyone was trying to figure out what was wrong with him. He was pulling off some pitches. He looked a little off balance. It was like he was kind of in between, a little late on the fastball, early on the off-speed pitch. He goes back and ends up, taking batting practice outside. We saw this on Wednesday for the first time all year. Everybody made a big deal about it, but he's trying to get a feel back. He's trying to figure out where he's at, and what he needs to do to get back to it. Sometimes facing a tough lefty, too, helps you keep that front shoulder in a little bit longer on a tough breaking ball behind the count, is able to hit it down the line on Thursday for the triple. Then he stays in there a little bit better on a hanging breaking ball from Quintana today to start off with the homer. Gets a cutter on the inner half, 3-1, gets the bat head out off of Patrick and hits this one a country mile. But then a 1-2, 99-mile-an-hour fastball from McGill in the inner half all of a sudden is able to stay in like that. That's really tough to do right there. 3 homers. You can see the splits here from the series for Ohtani. Yeah, he went from being 1 for 7 to 4 for 7, 3 homers, 10 punch-outs, and an NLCS MVP.
Will Smith obviously is the guy calling the game there for Shohei Ohtani. And on the mound, there's so many different aspects of pitching here, Pete. There's release point, velocity, movement, spin rate, everything working in concert tonight.
Yeah, when a starter comes out, we look for him, is the release point there? What does the stuff look like? Does it have that on it? From the get-go, we saw him, command-wise, kind of like Bieber, kind of like Scherzer. It took him just a few pitches, but this man found it. When we talk about, is it coming out good? Yep, it was. 100 miles an hour. And look at these. These are perfectly executed. They're placed up there. And then when you start working this sweeper, look at the different shapes, the different speeds is what we're after. This is what it looks like from the box. Ball starting on the inner half, and then again, running out of barrel. The splitter tonight was the pitch for me. 0 for 5 with 5 Ks on the splitter when guys were swinging. This is what he came over here with. This has now come back into the arsenal. And, oh, by the way, I could not build a tape without saying he went 446. He went 469 and then 427. None of this makes sense. Again, my brain is having a hard time wrapping itself around what he did tonight. Yep. To go out there and have those shapes and to be that dominant of a pitcher and punch out 10 and to hit over 1,300 feet of homers, balls out of the stadium. Truly greatness, like Mookie Betts said. The great starting pitching staff as a whole effort here for the Dodgers pushing them forward.
2 earned runs in 28 2/3. The Dodgers starting pitching was absolutely unbelievable. Ohtani coming in had batted .207 in 15 games in which he was the starting pitcher. Offensive juggernaut in this one.